Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the WYW Podcast. We cover all things Weymouth Youth Wrestling, and now here are your hosts, the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Casey Gallagher, and the voices of Weymouth Youth Wrestling, Jonathan Cato and Nathan Farrar.
The longest part of the race is finally behind us. The gold jacket is in sight, and it's finally time for the Omega events. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Weymouth Youth Wrestling Podcast. I'm the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Casey Gallagher, here once more with my fellow voices of Weymouth Youth Wrestling, Mr. Excitement, Jonathan Caterer,
Dab on them haters,
and the main man himself, Mr. Nathan Farrar.
What?
Speak English, not burger.
Yes. All the burger, all the English.
That's delicious.
Wait. Hold up. I hear entrance music, I think. It's a Blackstone Cherry.
I don't know, I'm hearing saliva.
That can only mean one thing.
Food, lady.
Fuck it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonny Starr.
What's that? I think I hear retards.
Hi.
What's that? It's you guys? What's that? I should have been paid for this, but I'm being held here against my will? Hi guys, how are you all doing? Help me.
I mean, don't listen to him, guys.
Exactly, that's what a kidnapper would say.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Comet,
Jonny Starr. Hi, Johnny.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, we're hanging tough. Hyped as hell for Gold Rush.
Yes, and Immortal.
Oh, speaking of Gold Rush, I'm very hyped as well.
You have every right to be. If
Morning
not,
Stars reunite, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to it. We got Immortal on the shoulder of us coming up. After that, which I can't wait for, Immortal is going to be our WrestleMania. It's going to be our lockdown, if you will. It was lockdown TNA's WrestleMania.
It was more Bound for Glory, but
yeah,
close
Bound
enough.
for Glory, yeah. Then I mean, I always thought lockdown because it usually was around that time, or either that or Victory Road.
It's not really based on when in the calendar year it takes place, but what the company does with the show.
With our whole thing is, of course, with our structure schedule that we're planning out right now. We're going to be, of course, doing a year regular schedule.
Yeah, we're going after the Ring of Honor model
because honestly, having your big event in fucking March is
or April makes no sense.
It's like, okay, I'd rather have it.
But that's literally what they're doing right now.
I know, but you know what I mean. I'd rather have our big thing be at least
at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, so that way.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying.
It's a send up to like a new tradition, like the New Year's resolution bullshit, where everybody can take their time that they have there and go forward, which makes more sense.
Right.
True.
Instead of having a terrible fucking pay-per-view that shows up on Christmas time, so everybody has to sit there and go, and I'm going to skip this and go eat dinner with my family that I don't want to deal with and go to bed.
Now, do you guys...
Well, anyway, that's beside the
have any
point.
concerns going into this match?
I am concerned about the back of your head. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling very well. I'm pretty pissed off, honestly.
Physically, though, are you alright?
Oh, physically, I'm 100%. Mentally, not there. But let me tell you something. When I get my hands on Brett Menchin, it's gonna be hell to pay. It's gonna be scary, honestly. I don't think WYW is gonna be able to air the beating I'm gonna give upon him because honestly, this is a man who tried to take away my career, and Jim knows I'm going to kill him if you let me in the ring with him on Sunday, and he can't.
And honestly, it's for that exact reason that we might end up airing it anyway. Because we are just that pissed off with the guy.
Well, it's more the fact that he's not in this to win a big prize at the end.
But I've said it from the beginning, neither of the Maggie Daddies are.
It's
neither
insane.
of them.
It's all about money and hurting people.
Yep.
Exactly, and that's the thing. That's none needed for this business. We don't need you guys to be coming to our business of honor, glory, and respect. Ruining it.
I'm going to air this out on the
thing.
podcast before you continue because I have to say this because it pissed me off so much. Do you even know why the freaking Maggie Daddy men are even in the tag tournament to begin with? They threatened to sue for $1 million because Brett Menchin got attacked before his freaking match against James Archangel. That's the only even reason they fucking even got this freaking opportunity, because they threatened to walk out, all of them, which would have left us without a semi-main in the tournament. And on top of that, we would have been down like 4 guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they also...
That shows they're not in it for this company. They're in it for themselves.
It wouldn't surprise me if they had any influence over Jim Cornette making that decision not to have me fight them in a tag team match this Sunday.
Probably.
I think it was more the fact, because Jim's that type of individual that doesn't want bad blood between his athletes.
By the way, it's Saturday, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Saturday.
But,
no, today is Sunday. That's what I was saying.
No, yeah, in a week's time, yeah, true. Okay.
But, no, I'm just saying that I understand where Jim comes from, but if he's about ratings, he's about money, he's about wrestling, here's the thing.
And he's also about care of his athletes. And
if he cared about his athletes, he wouldn't have had me in that situation. He wouldn't have allowed those motherfuckers to even unite in the first place. As soon as he saw that...
There was only so much that he can physically do.
When they formed a trio and announced that they were going to be taking over is the day they should have been shocked. When Mark Young took out Michael X, when Mark caused this whole shit to go down, Mark is to blame for it. I feel like I lost a brother because of Brett Menchin, because I believed in him, I trusted him, I thought he wanted the same thing about this company like I wanted it, and then he fucking does that to me, sends my head to the back of the ring post.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jonny Starr has a chip on his shoulder. WYW...
Honestly, I think it's furthest from the chip at this point.
You're right. He's got a boulder back there.
I said, Jim and Mark only have so much control over athletes' directions and what they can and cannot do.
Which is understandable.
It's understandable, but again, this is the wild west of an industry. There's so much that.
And with that in mind, considering what Jonny Starr just said, I think it's safe to say that WYW's just been put on notice.
Mm-hmm. You ain't playing around no more.
But as I will say.
And you shouldn't.
The Maggies, I can understand why he wouldn't want to put you in the Maggie Daddy situation. 100% after that, he wants to make sure that you're 100% ready to go and not have you be emotional.
You know what, though? I don't understand. I'm with Johnny. And here's the reason why.
How about, let's play the devil's advocate for this one. Let's cut the bullshit, go straight down the middle, and try to understand two perspectives. I get why Johnny wants to go after the Maggies, 100%. I would want to see that match right off the bat. But I could also see it from a business perspective as well, that having him be emotionally invested into the match could go from a regular one-on-one, which is a regular tag team, which he's in right now, into a goddamn bloodbath in the middle of an arena.
Yeah, but that's what this business is founded on. It's about passion, it's about heart, it's about determination. The entire Gold Rush tournament proves that, and Brett Menchin tried to crush that when he caved his head into the post.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now, and I'll leave it at this, and we can stop arguing and bickering about this. Jim, I know you're listening to this podcast. You support this podcast. Here's the thing. You can fire me for all I care, and I'll go make another wrestling company money and myself money at the end of the day. Because here's the thing. I got my own fans. I got people who support me, agree with me wholefoundedly about this.
I love WYW, but I
love WYW, but no, I'm gonna go wrestle somewhere else if they're not gonna take the proper repercussions. So here's the thing.
Here's what I.
No, hold on, sorry, I really need to get this out. Just hold on. Here's the thing, Jim. You have until when's Immortal again?
Towards the end of December.
End of December. All right. Here's the thing. After Gold Rush, you have one announcement to make, and it's going to determine. If you don't make this announcement, I'm walking. Either you're going to give me Brett Menchin at Immortal, or you're going to give me James the Archangel, who beat Brett Menchin and took my glory, my closure, my everything, my victory over him, my vengeance. Because here's the thing. Not only did he take a win from me, he took my pride by beating the man who took my pride.
Well, I would be very intrigued to see either of those matches. The only thing I'll say is, don't let your anger get the best of you.
I won't. It's hard not to.
The one thing that we
do
know 100% right now is that Markiplier and Jim are going to be having a small, probably 20-minute press conference to answer a couple questions that the fans have and to announce the card, primarily the 100% ready to go card for Immortal,
Yeah.
the week after Gold Rush is all ready to go.
Exactly.
Gold Rush is all done.
Exactly.
Well, if that card doesn't have my name against either of those two men, I'm walking and I'm gonna go make another wrestling company mad money.
Well, here's the other thing about Jim and Mark. They are more so about the care of their athletes and the business integrity of the company. But at the same time, if they can stick within that and they see a match that is money, and they understand why it is money, there's no way in hell that they're not going to go for it.
And let's be honest, if it wasn't for this whole Brett Menchin situation and the Maggie situation, again, you're going up against the goddamn Doom Brigade, one of the most founded friggin' tag teams in all of the wrestling business at the moment. They are two of the biggest superstars at the moment that are going worldwide.
So who better?
I don't mean any disrespect, but I like the Doom Brigade. I think they're a great tag team. I think they're one of the founding teams, like the Morning Stars of WYW. They're pioneers of this tag team division. Them, the Almost Cousin Alliance, and
the three of you are probably the
quintessential.
That's what I was going to say.
The individual pieces of a triple crown.
The holy triumvirate, if you will, of the WYW tag team scene.
And honestly, as much as I want to face them, here's the thing. Jim had a money opportunity to put us together. And I get that you guys can keep saying that he cares about his athletes, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, he's giving a man that almost took my career away a free pass to walk away, not face me like a man, or my partner for that sake. Me and my partner, because he wouldn't be just dealing with me. But he knows if he got me in that ring, he'd be dealing with me only because I would make sure he would not be able to tag his partner. See, here's the thing. Jim's afraid because he knows that match would be too predictable. He knows I'd be the one winning in that match. He knows I'd be making sure that Brett taps
you'd make his life a living hell.
As long as I got Mad Anarchy at my side, I can do anything. The world's mine.
Well,
but here's the thing. One-on-one, I don't need Mad Anarchy.
I know you don't.
And that's why
I know you don't need Matt Nova, yeah.
And that's one thing people kept saying after that match was, this is why Mad Anarchy should have been by ringside. Mad Anarchy should have been with Jonny Starr. Where was Mad Anarchy? It's not Mad Anarchy's problem because of what happened with Brett Menchin. That's one thing I do want to make clear because I noticed some people saying that. And that's one thing I am going to say. Mad Anarchy has no responsibility about Brett Menchin. That pisses me off that people keep blaming him. And here's the thing. Brett Menchin is the only one at fault here. And Jim Cornette for allowing him to walk. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, Jim can hide behind whatever he says. It's either, he's protecting people. Here's the thing. He's only protecting Brett. And here's the thing. He's protecting a monster. He isn't protecting someone who's innocent. He's
protecting a group of monsters. And I see from your perspective.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, like I said, it's at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, I don't think he has a choice. He's protecting this company.
That's why
they have it on lock.
At the end of the day,
I'm going to let him choose. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll let him choose what he wants to do when he's coming up with that card at Immortal after the Gold Rush tournament. Because I'm probably going to be wrestling 2 matches. I think I'm going to win this tag team partner with my greatest partner of all time. Someone who's like a brother who's been there with me through it all.
And then you want Archangel after that, you're saying?
Oh, what I'm saying is either Brett or James, I want them in that same night after I win this tournament.
Well, I mean, who knows? You might still fight Brett Menchin and Corey Dangerous. It all depends on if they advance against the Almost Cousins.
You gotta look at it from a perspective of it's the equivalent of a slow burn instead of a quick wildfire.
Right. And honestly,
but between you and me, Johnny, and this is nothing against you, I want to see these motherfuckers out as quick as possible. I want to see Almost Cousins. I don't care if it's Almost Cousins. I don't care if it's Hat Trick. I don't care if it's Morning Stars. I don't care if it's Michael X, Brandon Curtis. I don't care. Whoever it is, I just want to see these guys finally get their just due for a change.
And honestly, with if the Almost Cousin Alliance are any indication, sooner or later they will.
Here's the thing. That's why I didn't say they're going to make it. Because here's the thing. I have full faith that it's either going to be... Well, I hate to say it to the Doom Brigade because they're a great tag team. Like I said, they're one of the pioneers. But the way I see it, and me and Matt Anarchy see it, we're going to be facing Almost Cousin Alliance. We're one of the pioneers of this company.
Or you could be facing the Maggies.
It's always a possibility.
I refuse to accept it. You guys can think it's a possibility. I think it's not going to ever happen. No chance in hell.
Well,
I have faith in my
way
boys.
to see.
Yeah.
That's to
We'll see. We'll see how it
for commentary.
Yes, you two are absolutely right. And I do have this one other thing to add. Whatever becomes of Gold Rush and Immortal as far as match cards go, I think Jim understands your plight in one way or another just as much as any of us, and I feel pretty comfortable saying whether it's Immortal or some point down the line,
you're going to get the matches you want.
You will absolutely get both of those men. One day, one way, or another.
You can't be a snake, you gotta be a spider sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta wait your time, you gotta figure out a web to start bringing people.
I'll talk to Jim about it. No, I got your back.
And when the time is right,
you'll have him. I'll talk to Jim. I'll make sure it happens.
Like I said, yeah, I agree. Like I said though, if I gotta walk, I'll walk. I'm not waiting for a slow burn really, but honestly, we'll see what happens. We'll see what
happens. Let's not.
Any more questions, guys, about what's coming up? Because I don't want to stick. We've been sticking on this for way too long.
I say we gotta review the show, but before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we do have to take a commercial break. So we will be back momentarily. Once we come back from commercial break, we are going to be reviewing Quarterfinals episode 2 and everything that happened on that show. The very final episode
before Gold
Rush. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere.
Woo!
Home. It's where your story comes to life. Trust CertaPro painters to create the perfect setting as each new chapter unfolds. We're easy to work with, and our professional painters deliver the highest level of service. So wherever life leads, your home follows. CertaPro Painters. We do painting. You do life. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com.
Proudly sponsored by Weymouth Youth Wrestling. This is a public service announcement by Radio Massasoit. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Texting on your phone while you're driving. You don't think there's anything bad that could come about it? It's just a simple text, right, that you're sending out to a friend? Well, what happens if you hear this? That's you in a car crash. And pretty soon, you're going to be leaving behind your family, friends, and loved ones. Next time when you're on your way to school, wait until you're off the road to text someone. This public service announcement about texting and driving was brought to you by Radio Massasoit, where success starts here. Labeled one of the best rock bands in recent memory and future rock and roll Hall of Famers, Disturbed are back with their newest album, Immortalized, featuring their hit single, The Vengeful One. Other tracks on this album include Fire It Up, Save Our Last Goodbye, Legion of Monsters, the official WYW Gold Rush quarterfinal theme songs, Never Wrong, and The Brave and the Bold. And the official premiere event, WYW Immortal theme songs, The Light, and Immortalized. Download the full album now on iTunes and on Spotify. Disturbed, Immortalized. proudly sponsored by Weymouth Youth Wrestling.
Welcome back once more to the Weymouth Youth Wrestling Podcast. I'm the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Casey Gallagher, and we just witnessed a classic finale to the main part of the Gold Rush tournament. We're finally through the quarterfinals. Let's talk about episode 2.
Holy hell.
Where do you want to start, fellas?
Episode 2 is the final round.
Yeah.
That
This
should probably
episode 2
be said,
before
'cause
the
there's a lot of
semifinals.
episode 2s.
For everybody that's wondering, so that way there's no confusion, the semifinals is going to take at the mega event Gold Rush itself.
And the finals will take place at Immortal.
Yes. I gotta say, man, this episode from top to bottom delivered. Holy shit. Even the main event, as much as I hate the motherfucker, there was not one bad match on this fucking card.
Absolutely.
And there were so many moments.
And
there's some good fast pace and there's some good slow pace.
Yeah.
Everybody did what they had to do.
If we're going to start with the main event, as much as I hate to give Mark Young credit, I have to be the first one to admit, how in the hell did he manage to pull off the Dynamite Destroyer?
I said the same thing.
That was freaking nuts.
But remember, he did the one thing that nobody else in this tournament was able to do yet. He was able to tap out Kyle Weaver,
who has one of the biggest hearts in the company. All respect to James Archangel, Michael X, Taka Michinoku, Brandon Curtis, etc.
Yeah, he's got one of them. He's definitely he
is
tapped
the
out. He only but let's
the coined ultimate underdog.
Let's go back a bit. Again, the only reason Mark even won was because he shoved glass again into the legs of Kyle, just like he did against Michael X.
And he lit him on fucking
And he
fire.
used a concerto.
What he did was he brutalized him.
Yeah.
In that match, he didn't give a shit. He just brutalized him.
And
now again, Kyle could have got the win out of that whole match if he just focused on a couple things, but he let his anger control what he was going to be doing. And that was his complete fuck over. Again, he's going up against, right now, WYW's master strategist in the ring.
Yeah.
More so a tactician, but I get where you're coming from.
He knows what he's doing when he gets into a ring. He knows exactly how to target you and how to go after you. And again, if you take a look at that match again and again, he goes for those fucking legs the entire time. He takes his time with those legs.
He really does.
He doesn't just show hate to the legs either. He'll go for the arms, he'll go for the head, back, everything.
Yeah.
We saw that in this match.
Any weakness he can find or create, he will.
First fall came for Kyle when he, which it was a surprise fall.
I didn't expect it.
He ended up getting a power bomb onto, Mark Young was going for a power bomb, but then Kyle was able to reverse it into a Hurricane Rana to get the first fall, surprising Mark Young. But then after
all of us,
Mark Young would not let up.
It was like a switch flicked in his head.
Yeah,
I think,
and he
think
has the Sean
he had
disorder.
a fight or flight situation. He said, "Fuck flying! I'm gonna go straight for a fight right after this."
He's a goddamn
Straight for
socio.
it. Mark Young went for the throat.
He is
wanting to hurt him, shoving glass in his legs.
Now, yes, it's terrible what happened, and I cannot deny it.
Yeah.
I'm shocked he was able to stand on his own 2 feet.
Right after that was
let alone hopping over the ropes on his way out. That had to hurt.
See, how can Jim let them sue him after nearly trying to murder someone? That was not even a fight.
The same bullshit applies in boxing. If you kill somebody in the ring, it doesn't count as a murder. Don't ask me. I don't understand, Johnny. I never will.
Yeah. And
I still don't get that.
Admittedly, neither will I.
Again, these guys do sign, like you've signed contracts and all this other stuff, and there's some legal, as I like to call legal bullshit language.
Legalese.
Whatever happens in the ring, that company has zero control over what happens.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Which is understandable, but
the reason we sign those things is we're also putting our trust in another performer where they're not going to literally,
kill you or try to
or take us out of
or
competition.
your career.
There's some people who will go against that code. It's not a written code.
So
Don't get
somebody
me
tries to pull a sexy star.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It might be worse than a sexy star, to be honest.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And they're doing it, and it wasn't like it was it looked like it could be on purpose.
Well, you gotta
Like
look
she
at-
led to believe on for so long. No, they're doing this on purpose, and
And they
they're
don't
making
care.
it, and they're flat out telling you that.
And they don't care who knows.
And if you take a look at like one of the first tournament matches, which is between, of course, Johnny and Little Andre, one of the first matches that we get to see, Little Andre did not give a fuck throughout that entire match.
He didn't.
He only cared about one thing, and that was to hurt you, Johnny, throughout
Yeah.
that entire fucking match.
All I'll say from watching that match back is thank God you were in the right place at the right time.
Yes.
You waited for the big guy to do the dumbest thing ever, and that's jump off the top.
Yeah. But going back to Mark Young versus Kyle Weaver. Excuse me.
Kyle the Diva Weaver.
Shut up, Nathan. Thankfully, there were two signs of hope after the match. We had Kyle Weaver barely, mind you, but still able to, for the most part, hobble out on his own 2 feet under his own power. He gave a good...
And he accepted a match to help Taka fight the London Devastation.
Yeah, thank God for our medical staff. And thank God for Sean Maverick. Knock, knock, bitch!
What was your... I know you were still in your final day in the hospital before, because you had to miss the show, which sucked, I'm sure. What was your thought process when you watched it online for the first time, when you saw Sean Maverick just come out of nowhere and punch you? Hey, bitch! Hey, bitch!
I waited till the show ended, and I called up Sean Maverick. Told him, thank you, I appreciate you doing that. He didn't even say... He said, what for? Because he wasn't doing it for me. And I said, I know you weren't doing it for me. I was saying thank you, because you know what?
Somebody
You're doing
had to do it.
No, I'm saying it. He did it for behalf of the locker room, in my opinion. Even if he didn't want to, doing a statement like that is speaking up for your...
He pretty much climbed
He's. I'll tell you for the
Speaking up-
first. He won't say it flat out, but yeah, he's doing it for the locker room.
And he is one of the guys I will root for this tournament. Same thing with Michael X, because I feel so bad for him. What happened with Mark, that's messed up. I mean, at least he didn't get taken out of the tournament like I did, though. But you know what? I mean, he's a soldier. Props to him.
Yeah. Honestly, the way I can best describe it is, Michael X may be the face of the company, but Sean Maverick is literally our Mark Calloway. He is the leader of the locker room.
I disagree. Here's the thing. I don't think there truly is a faces company. Don't get me wrong. You are the world champion. You do. You are a certain faces company. But I feel like all the superstars of this company is what makes it the face of this company. I don't think there is one.
Yep, I can agree.
Us
The whole is
superstars
great.
who go out to perform and put on matches we do every night, every day, like entertaining everybody, making everybody feel great, that wrestling is feeling finally great again.
He's
Like,
not wrong.
I think we don't need a face like most companies need to push a face. Here's the thing, we are all like the faces company. We own this
he's not
company.
wrong. WYW, I've come to realize, is one of those things where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Each individual gear in this gigantic clock that has been created is all very important. And without one, this
whole thing falls apart.
It would just stop working and fall apart.
Yeah.
And by the way, so continuing with that, I talked to Sean, and the reason he did it, he won't straight up say it, but I talked to him. Him and I have known each other for a very long time now. I used to teach frickin' English to him in frickin' high school, for fuck's sake. And he straight up told me he wants to beat the snot out of him. I've never seen him out. Put it this way.
He was the flag.
I've never seen.
He was ready to just take that flag and run across the enemy line to bring out a new position.
And not even just that. I've never seen him have the blood rage without blood. Mark's fucked. He's fucked.
Well, again,
that's coming
Sean
from me.
does have a couple nicknames under his fucking belt. That
He
is
may
the big boss. He's the human war machine, for fuck's sake.
He let me tell you something. Mark Young may have that same thing where he goes into a blood rage when he sees blood, but it's nowhere near the level of Sean Maverick.
I will now remind you of what he did to a poor man, a very poor man that didn't deserve half of those throws that he received.
Yes, Taka Michinoku, which we will talk to, which might as well we segue. And this is where I'm going to end off the whole Mark Young, Sean Maverick match that will happen at Gold Rush.
Well, I got a few.
Hold on. if he does that to someone he respects, imagine what he'll do to someone he hates.
I don't want to imagine.
Remember,
I do. Because I fucking hate him just as much as he does, and I want to see him get murdered in that cage.
And you sick son of a bitch.
I don't care! Fight me!
And we really have to remember one important thing. He's got nowhere to fucking go. He's trapped inside of 4 sides of steel.
Cell block.
Yeah,
no escape.
full on cell block.
Remember, the front door is fucking locked.
Bolted
the
shut.
cell gets brought down, and if you try to escape, you get
You get disqualified.
You get disqualified.
Even
And
though
you're eliminated.
even
That's
though
the only DQ
Whatever
rule.
happens inside of that fucking cage is completely legal. Anything outside of that cage, sorry, your ass gets cuffed and brought back to the... Gets fucking brought back.
Yep.
It's done. So one beautiful thing of the cell block match is that
Thank you,
he
John
can't
Gray.
go anywhere. He can try to climb that cell, but it's not even worth it.
And by the way, before you say what you need to say, I do want to give a shout out to Sean Gray, because he is the originator of this. He came up with the concept and wanted to fight Little Andre the night after what happened to Michael X. So, we got John Gray to thank for this match.
Absolutely.
You know? I love it. I love the concept.
Anybody
it's
find it
great.
ironic that the prisoner was able to create a match based off of a prison idea?
No, I find it brilliant.
Hey, I mean, matches have happened for worse.
Absolutely.
So,
Johnny, you had something to say?
yes.
Honestly, one thing I hope Sean Maverick doesn't do in this match, which I did tell him in the call, which I think he'll hopefully listen to what I said, is don't take your eyes off Mark. And don't underestimate him. Because as soon as you do, that's your downfall. And I hate to say it, no matter how big they are, no matter how
I get what
big
you're
they
saying.
get, no matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter how much you can do more than Mark. If you underestimate him, he's going to take advantage of that.
Yeah. You've got to outthink the master tactician.
But I'll
and
tell
as
you,
I said,
here's
during
the problem, though. There's no better tactician when it comes to having a plan with rage than Sean Maverick. There's not one person.
Remember,
That's why I think Sean Maverick is going to take your advice, and he's going to be like, oh yeah, I'll think about it, but I'm also going to annihilate him.
Well, let's take a look at how...
Remember, this man is a sergeant. He was a sergeant in the Marine Corps. He did not get that title for no reason whatsoever. We've seen him in his matches employ the same tactic of war. Okay? This man is going to annihilate him, and I'm going to love every second of it.
Well, we also have to remember
Oh, only if Jim would let me be guest commentator, man. Let me tell you something. Honestly, I wish I could watch with you guys. It would be fun.
You
It really
can
would
from the
be.
back, the exact same night with everybody else.
Yeah, everybody's gonna.
Everybody
be
in the locker room is going to have.
I
their
don't
eyes
care
on
if you're
this
not
match.
going to be. I don't care if you're a WYW superstar and you're not contracted to be there or not. There's going to be a lot of those guys that are going to be there just to see
A lot of
him
fucking
get
eyes are going
incredibly destroyed.
to start appearing out of nowhere just to watch this one match.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be something
We're
right
gonna
out
have people dress. Our fans are gonna be dressing up as wrestlers just to get back there to see it on the big screen with us.
Well, what
Probably. I don't
No,
blame
give
you.
me that, you
I didn't know.
fucking Jew.
I thought you were getting a Kool-Aid for us too.
No.
Well, what I'm trying to
Alright.
say is this. Let's take a look really quick at their matches leading up to this match. Sean Maverick took out Ori Dre first night. First night in front of a guy at his size, his strength, his build. Exactly.
I said they can.
And took him out.
I fucking annihilated
can
him.
have one. You can't.
My God, if I have to remind anybody what he can do with the fucking 12 gauge,
Yeah,
he just starts fucking dunking people in the
And the funny thing is, he doesn't even need a ladder, and he can't get a ladder. I don't think he needs a ladder to destroy somebody.
Second match that Sean Maverick is in was
Sean Maverick versus Sakurasaki.
yes,
In the
he
tournament,
fought a guy
yeah.
that was twice his speed but half of his build. He fought a guy that was twice his speed, still beat him. Taka Michinoku, legend,
Absolute
fucking
legend.
destroyed him.
Which
Almost
segue finally
Almost
to
broke
that
his
match.
neck.
We're gonna segue to that match because that is a match, and you said it best after the match happened. This encapsulates what the Gold Rush tournament is all about. This match,
It really does.
right here,
It
Taka
really does.
Michinoku versus Sean Maverick is WYW. That is the match that is must see television.
It's not just must see, it's can't miss.
You can't miss this.
I don't know. Let me tell you something. You don't got the best wrestler in the world, Shane McMahon, wrestling on his card.
Shut up. We
Shut
don't talk
up.
about that.
He is the best wrestler in the world.
We're talking
you can't
about
argue with that.
world champion versus world champion in a fucking match. We are talking about a
future world champion versus
Sean Maverick has won world titles in other companies, but in this specific company, no, and neither is Taka. But we're talking about world champion versus world champion. These guys are fucking heavy hitters. Taka is one of the strongest athletes in New Japan. Because he may not look it for his build, but he's lifted some big ass sons of bitches.
Yeah.
I will not remind everybody of the time that he lifted Lord fucking Tenzai over his head and tossed him out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
When was that?
This was like way before Albert came back.
2006.
This is when he was teaming with Vader, correct?
Yes.
When they won the IWGP titles?
Yep.
Yeah, that's going
back.
It's going back a ways.
Taka is a
2008.
strong bastard.
He really is. Strong of muscle, strong of mind, and strong of heart.
Absolutely.
And he showed it in this match. Really
I think you said it yourself that I think you were surprised with how much punishment he was able to dish out to Sean Maverick. Actually, you said, Johnny.
Sean hit that fucking anti-air Titan punch.
Oh, Lord,
Jesus!
I did not expect that. That was insane.
Dude, he looked at
Not only did he hit it, but then Taka wouldn't stay down.
He looked at Taka, he looked at his fist, and he said, "I'll crush you." Bam!
It's insane. The match is insane.
It's the one match he did not win with the 12 gauge.
No,
he had to pull something out that is considered in some companies illegal to fucking use.
Yep.
Especially in the way he used it.
Yes, the burning hammer is not a fucking joke. He
mean,
hit that shit hard.
You want to talk about it, Johnny? The match itself. Any thoughts? Because I know you saw this and you were awestruck. Yeah. Sean Maverick versus Taka.
Sean Maverick versus Taka. Ooh. That was a really great match, honestly, in my opinion.
That understatement of the year right there. This was a barn burner.
Like, going against a legend, Sean Maverick, like, that's why, a personal reason why I thank him, and I have very good faith in him. That win over Taka was not only a statement to Mark Young, but it was a statement to this world that Sean Maverick definitely belongs in WYW.
Well,
not only in WYW, but he belongs as a wrestler. He is one of the best gifted wrestlers I've seen to come out of this tournament.
You could say the same about Taka. He proved he belongs in this company.
Oh, I think honestly Taka's paid his dues, in my honest opinion.
You're not wrong.
Honestly, he had every right to be in this company. It's kind of like you have to match that expectation against going against Taka, because here's the thing: not many others can go say, "Hey, I went toe to toe with Taka and I won." At the end of the day,
yeah, there ain't a lot of people that can say that,
except for Sean Maverick.
Exactly.
Sean Maverick. I mean, can we talk about like some of the Taka in this tournament has had match of the year quality matches. His debut match in this very company in the tournament against Chris Foster, his match against J-Bones with hurt ribs and a face mask because of what the London devastation to him, and his match with Sean Maverick.
He's gone
fucking classics in their own way.
He's gone 110 in every single match.
But this match
and then some
between Sean Maverick and Taka Michinoku is the classic. It is the classic. Build up to it, the promo package, the actual match behind it, everything.
Oh, and can we talk about the fact that Sean Maverick was the first one to show signs of fatigue in this match?
Yeah, Taka really.
It didn't matter. We're talking about military fucking training. You know,
yeah,
military training doesn't always apply to this kind of combat.
Yeah, but remember, military training requires him to wear almost 125 pounds of gear and go for a 23-mile run on a week basis.
Sean
Maverick is no joke.
No,
he's not a joke for sure.
But again, that is one of the. If you're looking for a match to be like to put the WYW fucking stamp of approval,
this is the match.
That's the match because it's brutal.
I think honestly, it was the match of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I have to agree. And this is going up against matches like our women's triple threat from tonight.
And the Jack Robinson and
John Gray
match, which we should, I say we segue to that. That opening match also really delivered.
That's like one of the first ever WYW
you also did
televised normal
terrible
matches.
in this. You guys go horribly in order with this podcast, I've noticed.
We don't worry about it.
Trust me.
Yeah, we don't worry about card order. If we go in card order, we go in card order. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's only 4 matches.
We go by the more important stuff of the night.
Yeah.
Like the shit that made us...
Everything was important, by the way.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
We just do what we do to get it done.
But
No, you guys are just critics. You guys don't like our wrestling. We get it.
Shut up.
That's why you guys are sitting there in the fucking desk, you fucking monkeys. You
I want
guys
the
are
one
useless.
fucking jumping into desks.
Yeah, at least I get paid more than you fucking monkey.
I'd rather be the one.
You're working
that
for
gets
peanuts
paid.
while I'm making more money at hospital bills, getting sponge bashes by all the nurses. I can't even speak. Got the bathes. Yeah, I get those bathes. It's when the nurses take a bath, you know those fish, and they just shove it up my ass. They clean it with me. And then
Oh, what a meme. Love it. Anyway, that's a quote.
Is that staying in?
Oh,
that'll be my world title quote.
What the fuck is this? High school? It's just gonna write that. Here's my WYW yearbook. Fucking
Well, when they make WYW the game, they have those quotations like in WWE.
You're just gonna engrave it into the friggin' world title when you win it?
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, when the WYW video game comes out.
But okay.
This star never burns out, but he's definitely a meme.
Yes.
We definitely have to talk about the match.
This star definitely doesn't burn out, but he definitely burns up if you cast my dripper, Hano.
Sandwiches?
Sandwiches?
Clouds?
You don't know what I'm burning.
Bushes.
Well, I'm not.
Bush sandwiches. Bush sandwiches.
Why
Anyway.
would I be burning sandwiches?
Just shut up and let's just get this done.
I'm an anarchist. I burn
You're
buildings.
Matthew Nova?
What is this, Fight Club?
First rule about WYW. Don't
Yeah,
talk about WYW.
He's my brother, so technically I'm an anarchist too. Just because we have different last names, don't mean we have the same.
Who gives a shit? We're way off topic. John Gray. Ow! Don't throw toilet paper at me, you dick. I host this damn thing, kinda. You
don't. It's Casey's. I edited it. He's taking credit for your show. Are you gonna take that?
Yeah.
He can punch me.
Do it. KC. Come on, he's provoking you. He's encouraging you. Look at that face.
Okay, I'll do it.
Look at that face. He's wanting it.
Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck you two. I didn't think you were actually gonna do it. Oh, my fucking
You
head.
asked!
My jaw.
You asked!
Fuck off. Fuck you. You're all dicks. Speaking of punches, John Gray, Kuzan. Ow! Fuckers. All of you.
In any case,
That's why you sit
we're
there
on
and
John
desk,
Gray
remember
versus
your place.
Kuzan. That is one of the best singles matches of the night.
One of the smoothest matches you've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's definitely not as smooth as James' head though right now.
Jonathan's head.
Jonathan's head. My bad. I'm sorry. I have James on my mind right now. I'm sorry. I've been holding it back for a while.
We'll talk about it when we talk about
All
it.
right, all right.
Save
You know
it
what?
for when we talk
Save
about
it. Okay, so
Trust me.
I got you.
one of the best single
Jonathan, I'm
competitors
sorry.
matches that we have so
Fine,
far
don't worry
tonight.
about it.
It is
I'll
definitely
save it
one of the
anyway.
more interesting ones.
I didn't mean to
Great
get your name
kickoff for
wrong.
a
No,
show.
it's just you understand.
No, I get it. But anyway.
Yeah, it's all in there. You got it right there, so go for it.
Yeah, it's this
It
match.
is one of the best single competitor matches that we have had so far in the tournament.
Yep.
It is one of the more interesting matches that we've ever seen because it's two people of complete different backgrounds.
But that are
and
also
ideas.
brawler types.
That are
Yeah.
both brawler style types.
Dueling clotheslines from hell is what we had.
We had a
Key-lock
match,
kicks.
and I'll be honest, I was not
Key-lock
expecting-
kicks, right hooks, you name it.
They had
We
it.
had it.
and I wasn't expecting
Fisherman driver on the
I wasn't
concrete,
expecting
Peacemaker
Jack
DDT on
to
the
come out of
outside.
nowhere and fucking break someone's teeth.
Yeah, that Brexit breaker is freaking lethal, dude. That is a lethal finisher.
And Jack Robinson showed exactly why it was part of the sequence that put Taka Michinoku on the shelf for a week in that match.
Yeah, and
But-
wasn't 100% to go against J-Bones.
We still won, but still.
Still won.
If we are talking about the match itself, it's smooth. It is fucking as smooth as silk. It's one of the more interesting matches because it's so goddamn smooth.
Yeah.
These guys didn't just fight in the ring. They fought a little bit outside of the ring. They fucking fought on the ramp for a little bit. They got back in the ring and they fought again. And
Hey, Johnny.
They used that fucking ring as a weapon as much as they had to.
Absolutely.
Johnny, what was it like for you seeing our first normal match? Kuzan versus Gray. What'd you think?
Honestly, it was pretty good. I really liked it as an opener match. I thought it was a good way to start the show, get the crowd hyped up, see what it's all about for the beginning, work its way up. Honestly, I thought Sean Maverick, though, versus Taka should have been the main event, but I'm not going to discredit all the roster. I still think they put on an absolute amazing
you gotta
job.
also look at the bracket system.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we had to work with brackets.
I mean, yeah, but they've switched some of the brackets
a couple things around,
times.
but it was more the fact like we're almost there. We might as well just get it done as a straightforward path.
Yeah.
Get it done like that.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Yeah, but from speaking of tournaments, we go to the Athena tournament, which is the last match we have to talk about. This was match 2 of the
My
night.
God.
Holy
brutal.
hell.
Lizzie Gray, Rebecca Rose, and Deanna Tommaso.
This was
Honestly,
high
my
octane
second
shit.
favorite
To
match.
quote Nathan.
Dude, I want that on a T-shirt. Like, no joke. If somebody's out there listening to this and it's like, sure, go right ahead. Put high octane shit, but make it like a meter. Like a fucking.
Like a
Yeah.
Like it goes to 100, and then like you just see the fucking thing fall, and it just says high octane shit.
I will wear the shit out of that.
These women
They went nuts.
put it all on the
Let
line.
me ask anybody here a question. Who the fuck has ever seen a diving headbutt to the outside
Johnny,
at that fucking height?
like you were seeing that. What was your immediate thought when that happened? Keep in mind the dive off that they had with each other.
Just, wow, these women really put on a match, and honestly, I'm going to exclude the word woman for this match we talk about, because honestly,
Yeah.
They're just
this was
competitive.
just a match. This was a match of pure competitiveness.
These Athenas
This-
definitely fucking showed something that nobody else in the card has seen in a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is one of the more interesting matches because, yeah, you expect the brutality out of the guys. As soon as these Athenas fucking walk right in, it's like, nope, spotlight's on us now.
Yeah, follow us. They don't fuck around,
Oh,
man.
no, that was-
they
yeah.
do not fuck
They
around.
did not. They did not. And I even said it during the match. If I was one of the guys watching this in the back, I would get my shit together. Of course.
You didn't have that long to wait.
No, I didn't. I did not have long to wait.
One
Thank you, Sean.
singular commercial break later.
Yeah, right?
Thank you, Sean and Taka. But going
holy hell, man.
going back to the women's match. My God, they put on a clinic.
It was a
And
clinic, dude. It really
Lizzie, God bless her for the heart of a champion.
Honestly, in this episode alone, you want to see the two matches that define WYW. It's the
It's
Sean
the
Taka
women's
match and it's the women's triple threat. Absolutely.
I
Yes.
wouldn't say that
Yes,
the whole
absolutely,
card
I
didn't
agree.
find WYW.
Wholeheartedly.
Just, wow, those matches were fantastic.
Well,
No,
for
it
the
really
more
were.
recent bit of the tournament leading into Gold Rush, if you want to get the feel of what the entirety of WYW is, those are the two for each individual division, including what's going to be coming later.
Yeah, and by the way, I did say in all of women's wrestling, nothing will top that, unless it's something by us. By the way, and I'm sorry if I sound narcissistic, but as I was kind of right on the money, except for.
I disagree. Honestly, I think there's plenty of performers out there going out and
True.
doing their own thing. They're making their
Well,
own
I mean, I'm saying like
I
as
think they
far
put
as
on fantastic matches.
I'm saying as far as to let them have the freedom we let them have.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
We let
But I
every
like, yeah,
single
I,
individual athlete in this
I
company
think a
do what they have
promotion
to
has
do.
Yeah.
their own ways of.
In a way, it's kind of like letting the inmates run the asylum. But honestly, the specific freedoms we give them and the boundaries into which they are put, it works for them.
Exactly.
And it works for us and our bank accounts, all of us.
Doesn't work for our tables, but
Yeah, our
Yeah,
tables.
well, that's why we got the bargain bin at the fucking dollar store for them.
we got the pit crew.
We made him out of
Why are we the only freaking dude? Everybody get a pit crew for your table breaks. That's what I
your
got.
tables and your ring mats.
Yes.
Honestly,
It only takes 20 minutes to fix that shit if you have a good enough crew. Or a commercial break.
Continue.
I think wrestling companies all have their own way of running it, and they have their own way of producing it, and they have their own audiences they try to entertain. And honestly, our audience is trying to entertain true wrestling fans who love the roots of wrestling, love the Attitude Era, in my opinion. Because if you look back to Attitude Era, in my opinion,
in 2000,
I feel like they had a lot of freedom back then to be more so themselves and not rely on gimmicks. And that's the one thing I like about this company, is that we don't rely on gimmicks that much.
Yeah, like the gimmick is secondary to the performance.
It's more of the
Exactly.
person. We're more focused on the personality than we are what the
Absolutely.
We're more honest and in your face, and we don't hide behind any walls. We are the people you see. So
we say fuck your walls and we break them down.
We have Sean Punch.
Discount Chris Jericho. Sorry.
I'll crush your wall! Bam!
Yeah, Sean Maverick would just be like, why is this wall in my way?
He would Frank Castle that wall.
He probably would. I wouldn't doubt it. Anyway, that's all that we have for quarterfinals episode 2. I highly suggest you watch it. With that being said,
ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after these messages.
After these messages.
After these messages. After these messages.
We'll be right back.
Hi everybody, my name is Gary Hebert with the World Academy of Hockey.
We all know Gary is a great skater and also a great stick handler, enthusiasm.
Hands will get better, your goal will get better, you learn how to skate faster and better.
Developing that east to west lateral explosiveness. So that lateral explosiveness is going to lead to a lot more unpredictability and elusiveness on the ice. You know, now you see me, now you don't.
You really have to develop your skating skills and stick handling skills.
So listen, when you come to my camps or clinics, what we're after is this. We want to build a complete player, quote unquote, from the blades up. When we're on this ice, we're here to, number 1, work hard, number 2, have fun. If we work hard and have fun, ain't nothing else that matters, okay? Improvement is inevitable. We're working hard and having fun. Isn't that right, Nick? See? Nick, isn't that right?
If you would like to try and go to Gary Hebert's World Academy of Hockey, please go to the website www.garyhebert.com. Right there will be a sign-up page for you to sign up anytime, anywhere. Make sure to also check out the schedule page and check out the different events that are on there to see what it's really all about. Gary Hebert's World Academy of Hockey, the breakthrough hockey performance center of North America. From the blades up. Proud sponsor of Weymouth Youth Wrestling. If you guys are into the underground hip-hop scene, please check out my cousin MC SolarWind on YouTube.com, SoundCloud.com, and other social media platforms.
Reason to go on, cause it's lonely on my own. I chose to leave my home, cause I thought that I had grown. My paper stack high, so high, but not cash though. My mind works quicker than most, guess why I rap for? I write lyrics backwards, didn't catch it, hit the fast forward.
You can check out all of his hits from his mixtape Classic.
It's all real. Underground past the pavement, we be wildin' on the corner freestyling.
To his second mixtape, I Am SolarWind.
Breathe out, face, breathe in, breathe out, goals, breathe in, breathe out, fight, breathe in, breathe out, focus.
Along with all the rest of his music on SoundCloud.com/MC-Solar-Win.
Didn't get the best cards, play whatever's given us.
Make sure you give some props to my cousin and tell him that James sent you here.
Praise, but give credit when credit's due. Lately I'm feeling I should stop saying lately. My thoughts is timeless, won't be here if you page me.
Love you, Ty. Keep doing you, man.
Solar Wind.
Proud sponsor of Weymouth Youth Wrestling. After many years on the scene in the alternative rock industry, the V-Union are back with their 2-part album series, Decade. Part 1 features their hit single, Defying Gravity. Other tracks on this album include Heart Attack, I Don't Care, and the official Gold Rush Mega Event theme songs, The Unwanted. You can't have it all. We all will. And the underrated. Download the full album now on iTunes and on Spotify. And make sure you check out the official edits of any of the themes on the official YouTube channel. The Veer Unions Decade Part 1. Proudly sponsored by Weymouth Youth Wrestling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Weymouth Youth Wrestling Podcast. It is time once again for our main event. We have waited almost 5 years for this day. It's time to talk Gold Rush.
Gold Rush, motherfuckers! Let's
go! Woo! Okay, so, per Jim Cornette and Markiplier, the opening match for Gold Rush at the TD Garden in Boston is set to be the Maggie Daddy Men versus the Almost Cousin Alliance.
Who do you want to go with, Johnny? I'll let you have the first pick here.
Oh, you're gonna really ask me that after this interview?
After the promo he just cut at the start of our show.
I'm just
Almost
saying.
Cousin Alliance, hands down.
Hands
They're
down
gonna
for me.
whoop their asses,
Hands
and
down for
honestly,
me.
I will come out there personally and be the referee that match if they're.
I have to agree.
We fucking don't want these guys.
We do not want Maggie Daddies moving any further.
So we're all unanimously decided.
We're biased assholes.
We are. Thank you, Nathan. He just put it better than I am.
Unless these guys magically pulled a win out of their ass, and I'm gonna have to say it quick, they have to fucking fight one of the fastest teams in WYW.
And they have to be faster than them, which
I
think is impossible.
They have to outspeed like two mythical fucking beings.
So good. I'm fine.
The Dragonborn and the Firebird.
Good. I'll have to get their ass kicked. Anyway, so pinfall or submission? I say pinfall.
I'm going to say submission. I'm going to change it up because we haven't really seen a submission in the tournament.
We have not seen a submission in a while. You are correct.
Yeah, but they're not submission guys. I mean, they have submission moves, but
yes, but they're not submission guys.
Again, it's just if it does happen, it happens.
You just want to go against the grain.
No, I just want to see what happens, and I think that's what might happen.
Fair enough. All right, Johnny.
Remember
pinfall submission.
Pinfall submission for this match. Do you think the Almost Cousins will win? You want submission, but you probably thinking pinfall.
I'm thinking pinfall, yes, because I think it's going to be extremely hard to get them to tap.
I am the only one against the grain on that one.
Yeah,
we're all pinfall. I think, other than Nathan.
Well, again,
we know they're going to win, so that's the plus anyway.
My only thing I can say is that the Maggies are fucking durable. These guys are fucking durable. Yeah. That's the only reason why I say they either are gonna have to pin them or tap them out. They're gonna have to tap them out. True.
Okay.
If they're trying to go for that pure victory, then tapping them out is the greater decision to do.
Yeah.
Very true. All right. Next match, we go on to Colleen Horizon versus Joanna Ramos.
Oh man, Full Metal Mayhem, round 1.
It's not a pinfall, remember. There's only one way you can win.
Yeah, you climbed out.
That was funny though. I'm leaving that in. But yeah,
no, she's gonna pin her anyway. She doesn't give a fuck.
She really doesn't.
It probably doesn't.
She really doesn't.
But Joanna Ramos is gonna take the briefcase. I think
she's definitely gonna take the briefcase. She's too fucking sturdy and she's too goddamn strong.
Here's my thing. Joanna has the strength and the toughness. Colleen's got the speed and the quick mind.
And the heart.
Yes.
So we'll see.
So I honestly have to go with Colleen on this one.
What about you, Johnny? Who do you got, Colleen or Joanna? There's only one way you can win, by the way. They got to take the briefcase down from the top of the ladder.
So who do you think's taking the briefcase?
I know. I was gonna say that it was probably gonna be, in my best opinion, I like Colleen, but I'm gonna go with Joanna.
Understandable.
Looks like it's gonna be a 2-2 split.
No, it's a 3-1.
Really? It's 3-1. You're going with Joanna as well.
Kate. I'm going with Joanna.
I thought you were gonna go straight for Colleen.
Honestly, I don't blame any of you, but
she scares
there's
me.
A reason,
I don't want to go against her.
There's
Let's put it that
why
way.
Joanna calls herself that bitch for a reason.
Does she really call herself that?
She is that bitch. She's that woman in the fucking world that will annihilate the competition because she fucking can.
I mean,
She has become one of the fastest fucking athletes to get into the competition.
Strongest.
And has to annihilate the competition as quick as she did.
Well, here's the thing. Colleen's also been around a lot longer.
She has been.
And a young athlete like that, like Joanna, that's still on the meteoric rise, it's kind of hard not to let that go to your head. And if anybody can take advantage of that and pull out the win, it's definitely going to be Colleen.
We'll see what happens. If
Yes,
you're
we
right,
will.
you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. There's only one way to determine it.
Absolutely. With that being said, we go into the very next match, which is
Mark Young versus Sean
Maverick.
Sean Maverick.
Sean Maverick.
Johnny Sean Maverick.
Gonna really ask.
Yeah. All right. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah, Sean Maverick via pinfall.
Pinfall.
Knockout. He doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna just knock him unconscious. Whatever happens.
Knockout or submission.
So unable to continue match.
Yeah.
He is
I
unable
think
to
he's gonna
continue
quit.
because he broke his goddamn legs.
Yeah. Good.
And his face and his arms.
Good. We don't have much faith in that asshole. Next match.
Okay.
Kai and Tai Dojo and John Gray versus the London Devastation.
I'm gonna have to give it to the
6-man
London
tag team elimination
I'm gonna
match.
have to give it to the London Devastation.
I'm gonna give
They
it.
are fucking brutal.
They
as
are.
a team.
But I'm going to go against the grain on this and go with the Kai and Tai Dojo.
Well, there's
and
no
John
grain to
Gray.
begin with.
So-
If there's only one person making the thing, there's no grain yet.
Yeah, true. Johnny, who do you got? Kai and Tai and
I gotta
John?
go with Kai and Tai, honestly.
Kai and Tai and John Gray?
I don't respect London Devastation.
I don't respect them either, but fuck, they are brutal as a team.
They are brutal. They are brutal, and they aren't
if
on the level of Maggie Daddy Men. So I don't hate them, but they're just doing their own thing. It's not my thing. I don't respect it. Honestly,
You hate
I got
Maggie's
support my
and all
boy
that.
Kyle.
But
Yeah.
the London Devastation
Taka.
are here to make
Taka, of
more of a
course.
statement than they are for anything else, and they've
And I-
made a super statement on their.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. And who do you got?
Is it
I
two?
gotta go with the London Devastation.
That's two,
They've got when you have a man that is nicknamed the Doctor on your squad, it's a bad day.
So it's 2v2 on that one, predictions-wise. Now, here's the thing. It's an elimination match, so I'm going to
Who's
say...
the last contestant?
Is there going to be? Who are the last last people or person to be in that match in that equation?
Well, let's see. It's Kyle, Taka, and John Gray.
Yeah.
Against Matt Harrington, Chris Foster,
And Jack Robinson.
I'm gonna say it's probably gonna end with Taka and Jack. Taka is a veteran of the sport, but I know he'll have to make some sacrifices to make sure it's him and Jack in the fucking ring last.
I'm going to say it's going to be... I'm going to pick three people. I think it's going to be Kyle, Taka, and Foster.
So you think it's gonna be a 2-on-1?
Yeah, I think that's how it's going to end. Yeah, and it's going to be... The
Okay,
final two are going to be Kyle and...
I have to say Kyle and Chris, I'm assuming.
Kyle and Chris, yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Taka and Matt.
Okay.
Harrington is one of the more fucking durable members of that entire team.
Not to mention, he's the thinker of the group.
Who do you think?
Honestly, after that match with Mark Young, I think Kyle is going to definitely be one of the last men in the match because, face it, he's the most durable of that group. If you can take glass in your legs like Michael X and walk away like that, let me tell you something. You
are one tough son of a bitch.
I mean, at the same time, it also could be a detriment, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that being said, who do you think is in the
I think it's going to be Kyle and Taka left in a match with Matt, and they're going to end it that way.
Fair enough.
Kai Dojo. I mean, the only reason why I don't think John Gray is going to make it, though, however, is because
he's not as familiar with the Kai Dojo as Kyle is.
And let's be honest, the London Devastation have been teaming for far longer than John Gray has with Kai and Tai.
Well, yes, but Kai Dojo has been around longer.
After that match was Kuzan, that John Gray went one-on-one with him, too.
Yes.
Just the way that happened, I honestly think.
Kuzan's just he's a genius in the ring.
We'll see what happens.
He's a ring master.
We'll absolutely see what happens. Next match, we're going to go right into the next tag team match. Obviously, Johnny, I can't ask you this because I know you'll pick your boys, which is you and Matt.
I mean, of course, we're going to win this tournament, and I'm going to fight Brett Menchin and James the Archangel.
I'm
going to pick you guys too.
Now, that being said, what are you planning to do for your finish? Are you thinking pinfall? Are you thinking submission? What do you think?
Honestly, it's up to me and Matt. Matt Anarchy, of course, has to know what the finisher is going to be as well, what we're going to have to go for. We want to go for something special, we think.
For those who don't know, by the way, Matthew Anarchy is Matthew Nova. He was also known as Matthew Anarchy in Indies. But anyway, continue. Some people might not know that.
That is true, yes. They might not know that very well because it's very hard to find footage of Matt Anarchy on the footage of Indies. But, honestly, I think we're probably going to go with the submission if we're able to, but we're not going to have that as a goal or an objective because we do like the Doom Brigade. We don't have any problems with them. But we are going to be focused on winning. We are going to be focused on having our mind on the prize.
Yep.
And honestly, I'm looking forward to winning this tournament. And I'm looking forward to having my match at Immortal.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Morning Stars on this one.
Pinfall submission.
I'm going to go with... I'm going to say pinfall because more of your corkscrew comment Nova Bomb combo. Just me. But...
Now you doubt
we're both going up against...
I ain't doubting you.
You're doubting me.
How am I doubting you?
I show you how the match is going to end and you questioning me.
Okay.
You'll see in a minute.
I still think you're going to win.
I'm going to have to go with the Doom Brigade. I hate to be that guy.
And you say I'm doubting you. And you say I'm doubting you.
Explain. Let me explain.
Those are fake punches this time.
Let me explain. If you're...
Ow! What did I get that for? I said you guys were going to fucking win. Fuck you.
He's like a pussy, no individualism. The reason why I picked the Doom Brigade personally is because what the fuck they've done to each other in matches. If they're willing to do that to each other, we can see what they're going to do to somebody else.
Alright. Chill. Have you seen what these two can do in the Indies?
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah, here's the difference. That's the fucking Indies.
Where did we start, Nathan? Where did we start? We started somewhere, obviously.
It started here.
Up in your mother's ass.
Oh, God.
No, I started in her pussy last night.
Oh, Christ.
Call me your father because I just gave you a brother. Thank me later.
What?
That doesn't even make any sense.
Shut up!
Call me your father because I gave you a brother.
Eat your fucking sandwiches in peace.
What do you think that means?
God damn it. Oh, my God.
It's not too hard to
What
put
I'm
together.
trying to say is this.
That you suck cock and you smooch it all the time. We get it, Nate. Shut up and let's get to Casey's point.
I hope they fucking break your arm in half. I really do.
I hope they break your table.
You're giving me like a reason to sit there and go, yeah, you're slowly turning me into the other guy.
I
know. Maybe the Mackies were right.
You are a dick.
Go for it, Casey. My fucking point will never get said.
No.
Fuck
I want to let the point get said, Johnny. Just let it happen.
Shut up, Jonathan.
No.
Fuck it. Just go for it, Casey. Fuck it.
No, I want to hear your point.
What I'm trying to say is this. We have seen them televised, ready to go, and we've seen fucking... let me finish because you give me that fucking look of...
No, I'm trying to make sure.
I'm not even doing anything.
I am trying to say
you worry
this.
about me all the time over nothing.
When we've seen Eddie Kelly jump the fucking distance he did and went through a table, and he can still continue with that fucking match after.
True,
We have seen Eddie Kelly fall from a crazy height, break his arm, and get right back into the company right after.
Yeah.
We have seen Brandon Curtis fall from crazy heights just to hit stunts.
They are willing to go the extra fucking mile to do damage. They're willing to put their bodies 100% on the line to do damage. And that's the one reason I'm going to give them, is because of that one fucking reason. It's because they are willing to go that extra goddamn mile to even hurt themselves.
And you don't think they can?
You gotta remember, Brandon Curtis did go up.
Where are you going?
Did go up against.
Wait, let me see.
What?
Wait, he's here? Oh yeah, he's up in here. Can I see this?
No.
Why?
For him.
Fine. Alright, hurry up.
What I'm trying to say is this.
Because you gotta come up for another segment. Anyway,
step back from where I was.
Yeah, continue. Just continue with what you're saying, Nate.
When we do have
Done.
Okay.
It's on your back.
It's not.
It's on your back. Just come over here.
What did you say? I'm not saying it.
Say it,
But we can
Jonathan.
have him say it. Since he's the one who,
Nope. It's obvious. The message is obviously for Jonathan, correct?
No,
Yes.
it's not.
It is.
Yes.
What the hell? Why are you guys against me now?
It says, I am
I said you would win.
rooster smooch.
You mean a cock smooch, but yeah, that is what he is, Jonathan, you little cock smooch.
No.
That's the table.
And this is the guy that picked you. I did pick you.
See, now you're giving people reasons to fucking turn the other direction and go back to India and say, fuck this nonsense.
To India? Why India?
Because better spice.
Ow! Why the fuck? No.
Stop throwing my toilet paper.
Don't throw toilet paper at me.
Why not?
Because I don't appreciate it.
I don't
Alright,
appreciate
fuck it. Next match.
Casey, you
We
gotta
didn't
still
get the
do
Casey.
He needs to have his point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck
Go,
you.
go, go, go.
People are writing
Shush,
notes
go,
and
go,
throwing
go.
fucking toilet paper
Go.
and trying to finish this off.
Go. Don't tell me you fucking forgot.
No, I didn't.
Alright, who do you got?
He's going against the grain.
Nope. I gotta flip a coin on this one.
Oh.
Gonna flip a coin? Alright.
Oh no, he's actually gonna give you a coin.
I actually don't got a coin on me. I have one.
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh man.
Thank you, Jesus.
Alright, no.
But this is too even of a match for me to call. This because both of you have such incredible ability within that ring, and you're proving yourself to be resilient as a bitch over the course of this tournament. I mean, look at what Brandon Curtis did with Sean Maverick and Michael X. Look what you did with Brett Menchin and Little Andre. And going back to the test match series, look what both you and Brandon did in the steel cage with Matt Harrington.
You want to suck his cock too?
You called me the cocksmith?
Come on, you really gonna support that little cock smooch over there who's rooting against me?
Hey, I only said that.
I didn't
because
ask
that's
you for
what
your opinion.
statistics
I didn't
say.
ask you for your opinion, so shut the fuck up,
Well,
Nathan.
statistics don't get in there and wrestle the match.
Statistics also prove whether or not that people will win matches based upon those
Your
statistics.
statistic sits behind a table, so I don't want to hear from your ass. Step in the ring or shut the fuck up.
And on that note, coin toss, can't pick, moving right along.
Alright, good. Alright.
Guy's supposed to be a fucking face, but is constantly going, no, fuck you!
Well, obviously they know he's kidding. But anyway.
Only to you, Nathan. And I hope the fans catch on.
Well, I mean, hey, The Rock did get over by bullying Jonathan Coachman.
That is true.
Which is super fucked up.
Hey, be a star.
Wrestling encouraged bullying. No wonder why it was a fucking
Yeah, fuck
epidemic
you,
in the
Jonathan
90s.
Coachman. You're small and weak.
Alright, next match. Vera versus Lizzie Gray.
Vera, I have to go with
I'm gonna go with Lizzie. What do you got? Don't tell me, don't do the coin toss.
No.
You're allowed one match to do a coin toss bullshit on.
I'm gonna go get the coin because I want to know.
I'm gonna have to take you on two, but this isn't one of them.
I know which one you're picking, you motherfucker. I know which one you're doing for a coin toss again. I have to agree.
Yeah. Alright.
I gotta go. As much as I respect Lizzie after what she did with the Animoto, I gotta go with Vera.
Vera, huh?
Remember, she went up against a fucking tag team in a match in one night.
True.
Yeah.
So she had to deal with a literal...
A literal torrent of bullshit.
Johnny, who do you got? Vera or Lizzie?
I gotta go Vera.
Wow. I'm the only one.
3-1.
Damn. I believe in you, Lizzie, if no one else doesn't.
It's not that we
Vera
don't believe in
quit
you,
the
it's
company.
just... Huh?
Lizzie quit the company.
No, he didn't.
Frick off!
No, Lizzie should quit the company.
Why? What'd she do?
Not have a chance in hell against Vera.
You're an asshole.
I'm sorry, but no, after that bullshit Vera went through, I'm sorry, there's nothing anyone can do against her. She's on a momentum streak right now.
We'll see.
She's not going down anytime soon.
She is white hot at this point.
And then, what's the next match after that? Because we all kind of said our piece on that one. It doesn't really matter if it's submission or pinfall.
Yeah, because
it's
you have to
it's
get a
Full Metal
briefcase.
Mayhem anyway. It's Full Metal Mayhem anyway.
Cell block match, main event.
Here we go.
Holy shit, I can't believe it's happening. James Archangel, Michael X.
I'm going to flip the coin on that one.
I have to, too.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking picking a middle ground. It's too fucking even of a match.
Honestly,
you gonna pick?
You're gonna dislike me for this one, or a lot of people are for what I'm about to say. But I'm really hoping Michael X beats the snot out of James the Archangel. Because here's the thing.
Wow.
I've been angry sitting in that hospital room ever since he stole my victory. Those fans cheering for me for that victory. The closure he cost me from seeing the face on Brett Menchin when he lost. Knowing what the piece of shit he is. All to be stolen because of one man. I want James the Archangel to lose so I can show him how it feels like. Have all that momentum, all that pride just go down. And I'm going to beat him so he knows what it's like to be all stolen from him. Because here's the thing. I'm not becoming a bad guy. This is just me being me right now. I'm speaking from a place where I've been cost so much by one man. And then another man has to come along and just steal it all away from me. You're going to really steal away my win, my victory, my everything. The thing that kept me in a hospital room, dwelling till I got back. You stole everything from me, James the Archangel. And here's the thing. I'm going to steal everything from you at Immortal. I'm hoping more so I get you at Immortal right now. I hope Jim gets me in that match so I can show you everything you did to me. It will be your demise.
Wow, I did not expect that.
Yeah, neither did I. Well, they do say.
Well, you do. I mean, let's just play devil's advocate. I'm not here to stir anything. I didn't even know this is how you felt about the guy. I personally enjoyed seeing Brett get his shit kicked in. I thought he was doing it for you. Is that not what you think?
I think he's selfish. Because here's the thing. If he knew me at all, if he wasn't Mr. I need to be the face and center of attention, if he wasn't Mr. Oh, I'm trying to always be in Michael X's shadow and I can't ever keep up with him, which I'm already calling, and that's why I'm saying Michael X has this match won. It's because he didn't do it behalf of me. He doesn't even know me. Yeah, I learned from him, but here's the thing. He doesn't know a damn thing about me, because if he knew one thing about me, he knew I would have wanted that all to myself because of what he did to me, costing another man's career, being in a hospital room, not feeling valid enough. Everybody asking, are you going to retire? Are you going to quit? Is this the last time you see Jonny Starr? Can you even keep up if you return?
Well,
and that's the thing I'm going to prove at Immortal. And I don't care what anyone else says. Whatever you're going to say, here's the thing. That's going to how I'm going to feel at the end of the day. So, I don't care what any of you guys are going to say.
I just, well, one thing I want to say is...
There is no devil's advocate.
Well, I mean, the only thing I could really say logistically, I mean, it was a tournament match.
It was a tournament match.
I think James Archangel also had his own reasons.
When he said it was dedicated for me, that's when he crossed the line. Because I didn't ask for his pity. I didn't ask for him to go say, hey, Jonny Starr's defenseless and he can't defend himself. He can't defend his own battles. I need someone else to fight him. Way to make me feel like less of a man, bro. Really way to help me, bro. Yeah, you're really the man, bro. And that's why I can't wait to fight you and prove I belong. Because here's the thing, when you took that win from me, you took my validation with you.
Man.
And you took something I worked so hard to build, which is my career, to have my legacy. I never had Matt Anarchy go speaking on my behalf. And here's the thing, you can't get it through your thick fucking skull of who brought you here, of who showed you all these other wrestlers who I knew from the indies, because you wouldn't knew half of them at all. You would have never known the potential WYW would have ever had if it wasn't for me. You would have never known the potential you had in yourself if it wasn't for me. You wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for me. Here's the thing. I know this business inside and out. And when you came to me, Jonny Starr, I need you to come to this business to start a revolution, to start a change in the wrestling company, the wrestling business. Because this is what we want to build off. This is what we want to thrive off. Give the fans something they can enjoy. Well, here's the thing. The fans may have enjoyed that match against Brett Menchin, but I didn't enjoy it. Because I sat there the whole time feeling inadequate. Like I didn't belong. I couldn't fight. I felt like I was defenseless. I just felt like a chihuahua. I just felt like I was not even worth it. Like I just felt small. I felt like I couldn't keep up. I'm just a smaller dog and I can't keep up with the big dogs. And here's the thing. That's one thing I'm going to prove. Like when Michael X beats you, James, and shows you where your place is and where you belong, I'm going to show you just exactly where you belong, which is under my boot. And you know what? That's all I got to say. I'm done talking about this. That's all I gotta say for this podcast. You know what the fuck to do.
Christ. Yo, where are you going? What the fuck?
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, they do say a wrestler's worst enemy is time off. I wonder if that extends to the mind as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to another podcast at WYW. Don't forget, we will be live.
That was crazy.
That was intense.
But yeah, Gold Rush guys, don't miss it on YouTube Live this Saturday night. This is going to be a hell of a show, and I cannot wait to see the card that we have. Excuse my noise, I'm just walking around and throwing out trash, but thank you again so much, guys, for listening to another WYW podcast, and it's time for Gold Rush, baby. Let's go.
It's time to get in that car, drive across the fucking Zakin Bridge, get those tickets ready to go. If you can't get there via car, get your ass in a train and get down there as fast as you possibly can. Because at the Boston Garden, we're not determining what the future is going to tell. We are determining the future itself.
And if you can't get there by train, get your ass on YouTube Live. You do not want to miss this card.
Absolutely.
We're going to show on Gold Rush why Saturday night is alright for fighting. Thank you so much for joining us on this latest edition of the WYW Podcast. For the wrestling, I am the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Casey Gallagher.
And I'm the main man, Nathan Farrar.
No, you're not.
Fuck.
Let's try. Redo. Okay.
River.
We're going to show the entire wrestling world that Saturday night is alright for fighting. Thank you all once again for joining us on another edition of the WYW Podcast. For our special guest, the comic Jonny Starr, I'm the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Casey Gallagher.
I'm Mr. Excitement, Jonathan Caterer.
And I'm the main man, Nathan Farrar. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a very good night.